What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cassidy and this is my planted paradise. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you will already know this, but yesterday the two girls got into another fight, had another vet trip, and yeah, so I'm just at home today with the dogs. Vixen's currently taking a nap because she just had her pain pill. She once again had to go to the vet and she's fine, but she's in pain again, which is no fun. But yeah, I didn't really think I would film today, but also I enjoy filming and I really just needed to come in here and be surrounded by my plants and taking care of my plants. So I figured I'd go ahead and film it for you guys. First, I need to straighten up the plant room, and yeah, then I don't really know what we're gonna do. We're gonna look around and see what needs to be taken care of. So Jojo's over here playing with some trash, and I really want to film, I wanted to film my January favorites video, and then I also want to film my cactus and succulent collection video. I don't think I'll get to that one today, but I might be able to film my favorites video as well today. We will see. Yeah, so that's it. If my voice sounds a little weird, it is from screaming yesterday when I was trying to break up the fight. So I kind of lost my voice and I have like a raspy throat, so that's fun. But yeah, that's where we're at. It really is no fun, and obviously I don't know, it's just a weird time right now. So I've got the cats in here with me, and yeah, Vixen's in my bedroom taking a nap. Sky's in the living room, and that's that. So let's just straighten up the plant room and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, what's up, guys? I cleaned up the plant room a little bit. I know it might not really look like it, but trust me, it was pretty bad. And now I'm just kind of looking around. So if you guys remember, Zizi just knocked over a plant that was right there so that she could climb on top of the grow tent. So now I get to clean that up. She knocked over this Atabapoense in pond that actually had started rotting, so I just recently repotted it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see, I need a little cup or something. This is just my life right now. Okay, so I'm just going to get this guy potted back up. It still looks like it's rotting. Yeah, I actually might just put this into water. I had it in way too big of a vessel previously before I put it into this one, and it started rotting, and I've rotted this Atabapoense so many times, so I think I'm actually just going to clean it up and end up putting it into water. So we'll get to it. But first, I was talking about how I did a trade with my friend Kelsey, and part of it was the Philodendron Bernardo Pottsii that she had, and it was really tall and leggy, so I wanted to I cut it back. So this is the stump that the cuttings came off of. The cuttings are right here, and anyways, I cut it back, and if you can see there, a growth point has started to activate right there, and there's another one right there that is also activating. So that's a good sign. This guy will hopefully start to push out some new growth, and we'll get a little plant out of this. And then these are the cuttings that I took, and they've got some little bitty roots happening. Both of them do. So I think I want to go ahead and get these into little pond containers so they can start rooting up better in pond, or maybe like a, no, I'll probably just do pond just because I have some ready. So I think we're gonna do that really quick. Okay, so yeah, I just want to get these 2 cuttings potted up into some pond really quick. I'm just using these plastic party cups because they're cheap, and I reuse them for a while until they usually end up getting a crack or something, and then I have to replace them. But yeah, so yeah, I hope everybody else is having a good start to their 2021 or 2022. That is still so weird to me. Mine has been not very fun, but I know it can still get better. I'm trying to stay positive. It's just hard. I know some people will say like, oh, you just need to get rid of one of the dogs. And that is in the back of our heads, but it's also, when you get a pet, in my opinion, you're adding another family member, and that's a commitment. So it's not like I want to just easily give up when things get hard. So I do want to try to give the dogs all the help and all the resources that I can to try to make things work. But then, of course, at the end of the day, their safety and their quality of life is still something I have to consider at the same time. But I don't think I'm ready to give up just quite yet. Yeah, it's not a decision I take lightly at all. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, yeah. It's no fun. It has been really extremely traumatizing, honestly, because I have now seen them fight twice. And yeah. I was bit during both fights. Obviously, they weren't trying to bite me, they were fighting, and I was trying to break up the fights. Because, of course, if they were human aggressive and they were intentionally trying to bite me, that would be a different story, but that wasn't the case. And I was trying to properly break up the fight. I used this spray that I sprayed on them. I used like the wheelbarrow method, where you come behind one of the dogs and you grab their 2 hind legs and you pull them up. But both of those, it got them apart for a second, or the dog that I had pulling apart, I got them apart, and then the other dog would just come at them. So I was trying to do the proper methods where I'm not using my body to break them up, and I tried to stay out of it, you know, the best that I could. But at the end of the day, your instincts, like motherly instincts, I think, kick in, and I'm unable to just sit back and just watch it happen, especially after I tried so much to get them apart without using myself and my body as part of it. So yeah, I got bit again. It did not break skin this time, so that's good. But yeah, my arm's pretty swollen and sore today, but it's not that bad. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking through things right now because there's just so much going through my head that I feel like I need to kind of get it out. So yeah, I don't know. There's one done. Let me get this other guy. done really quick. So this cutting, this was a middle cutting. The other one was a top cutting. I haven't seen like a new growth point activate yet, so I'm a little worried. I'm wondering if this was a spent node already and I still cut it. I hope not, but I don't know, we'll see. It could still be too soon to tell, but I have not seen any new growth point activate or anything yet, so we'll see. And you can wait a lot longer to pot up your cuttings, especially when you're trying to get them to root in water. But I also find that if you just give them a little start in water when you're just planning on putting them into like a semi-hydroponic mixture like pon or leca, that if you just give them that quick start in water and then transfer into the next medium, that they typically root really, really fast after you put them into the medium. So that's why I don't really wait for a ton of roots. And I feel like they transition a little better because they don't have a full established like water root system. But in semi-hydroponics, typically once you go from water to your medium, you don't really have too many problems because they do have so much like water anyways in this medium. So here are the cuttings all rooted up. This one is the top cutting. You can see it's actually kind of poking out of the sheath right there, so it might start to grow soon, but just potted up in this cute little cup. And then this was the mid cutting. It's got a bigger leaf and no growth point yet, but just got it all potted up as well. So I'm just going to continue to let these grow out, and because that's what Kelsey wanted me to do, was grow them out for her, grow her out a better, more established plant. So that's the plan. So they'll still stick with me for probably a couple more months. And I'll let Kelsey pick what she wants, obviously, because this is her plant. I'm just trying to help her grow it. But I'll either keep like the base, or I'll keep one of the cuttings and pot one of those in with the base and give to her, or pot those together and give to her. The whole point is just to basically help her get a better, more established plant. So yeah, that is the Bernardo Potsii all figured out, and I'm gonna see what else I want to do. Okay, so I got the Atabapoense figured out. I just put it back in its little jar, but with some water and hydrogen peroxide. So I'm hoping I can kill any of the bacteria that was causing the rot. And then in like tomorrow or the next day, I'll switch it back over to just some regular water. So yeah, there's my Atabapoense. She's looking a bit sad. Okay, so as I was looking at my plants, I noticed that my Campo Sportuanum, Philodendron Campo, had spider mites again. So I went ahead and unpotted it, gave it a new pot, gave it a pull, and took these cuttings. So if you can see, these leaves are extremely wrinkly and just looking insane. And like the previous leaves before those were coming out nice and normal, so that was one of the signs. And then I looked closer and could finally see that there were indeed some spider mites. So I went ahead and just took those cuttings off of with these crazy looking leaves, and we'll just get some new growth out of these. So there's actually 2 stems in here, this one right here and this one. So yeah, it's okay. It needed to be trained up a pole anyways, because it had gotten to the point where it was so heavy it was just laying over. So I just went ahead and chopped off those tops and gave her a little pole, and yeah, so that is that. And these are my cuttings. I'm getting a little cutting happy, I feel like. I've been taking a lot of cuttings lately, so I don't know. I went through a phase where I kind of stopped cutting up my plants, and I think I might be getting back to a phase where I want to cut them again. Which is actually good that I'm cutting things other than like my heartleaf philodendrons, because I counted the other day and I have 23 different heartleaf philodendron plants, which part of it is because I want to use them as decoration in my wedding, but then the other part is I just love that plant and can never have enough. So I mean, you can see all my big hanging baskets back there of it. And then I've got like some smaller ones around, like here's one. This is all just from cuttings. And this one's actually in my DIY pond mixture as well. And you can see there's some roots starting to peek through. Maybe you can't see, but so yeah, I've just made so many of these that I need to stop. And that's not just for the green heartleaf philodendron. Like this one is Brazil, a Brazil pot, and it doesn't look very full, but these were all like one node cuttings, and if you look in there, they're just starting to put off little growth points, so that'll fill out soon. But I just have so many of the heartleaf philodendrons that I need to stop cutting those. Yeah. So next, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm just looking around and seeing. This is my Philodendron giganteum variegated, and so I had showed you guys how when this newer leaf came out, it didn't look like it had any variegation. I was pretty sure it was reverted. And then this one came out, and there is some speckling. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like on this side of the leaf there. It's obviously very extremely faint, but I mean, at least it's still there, maybe? I don't know. That plant's annoying me. My philodendron Jerry Horn is about to push off this new leaf right here. I'm very excited about that. It's pretty big. So it's pushing out of its sheath right now. It's got nice roots all throughout the pond, just in this jar. You can see them. So that's good. I mean, really, overall, my philodendrons are finally kind of taking a turn for being good. We've gone through phases of hating each other, mostly because of spider mites. But here's my Philodendron Florida's newest leaf. Just a plain green version, but it looks like it's starting to mature. Like this was the leaf before it. And now it's starting to get a little bit more mature, so that's cool to see. I really like it, and I'm excited to have a big one. Okay, so here are my Philodendron Florida Ghost. I know she looks crazy. She used to be beautiful, but I cut it up. So these are the old leaves. If you can tell, she was huge and had beautifully mature leaves. But I cut it up. Here is one of the new leaves from one of the nodes, and then if you can see right there, there's another one coming out starting to unfurl. I'm actually going to pull this sheath off because it's kind of keeping it stuck in here. And that's when you get your philodendrons like breaking themselves. So we're going to try to help her. This leaf seems like it might be kind of mature for coming out of a node. Like look. There's still the slits in the side. Then this node was starting to push off a leaf and then it stopped. This node is kind of in the middle of pushing one out. So I don't know. She looks kind of crazy right now. I'm really ready for that plant to be pretty again. And then here is, well, this might have killed itself. I don't know. I can't tell. No, I think it's okay. Here are the nodes. I have a couple of Philodendron Florida Ghost nodes. So that one put out a leaf right there. And that one's getting ready to. I actually don't even see any roots on these. They might not even be rooted. Yeah, look. Oh no, it's got a little root in there. I just totally up-potted it. Huh. Let's look at this one. Might as well, we're already here. Yeah, this one doesn't really look like it has much roots either. It might be doing that thing where it likes to put the leaf out first and then start working on the roots. I'm gonna unpot this Florida Ghost, the big one, because I want to know what's going on in it. So I think we're gonna do that. Maybe we can get them all potted together and looking a bit more normal. I don't know, that might be a stretch. Might be a stretch. I don't even know how to go about this. Got the pole out. So there. Those two definitely have roots. Those are looking pretty good. Okay. So, I don't know what I want to do. Give me a second. I'm gonna go clean this jar. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with these nodes because they look pretty much completely dried up. Like, look. So they look like they've pretty much all but dried up. I don't know if there's any hope in saving them or not. I don't know. I might put them in water and see what happens, but I'm not very hopeful. This one's the same way. So it looks just completely dried up and gross looking. No like healthy roots at all. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't have very high hopes. So I know you guys can't see me, but hopefully you can at least see what I'm doing. I washed out this container and I'm ready to pot this. Just gonna get all this pollen out of here. There's the two big leaves and there is the rest. So Vixen is awake, so I need to go take care of her really quick and then we'll be back. Okay, so quick trigger warning. If you are not comfortable with like boo-boos and everything, I would just wait a second. I'll put a time link on the screen here of when you can join back in if you don't like those. But this is our situation. Sky's over there asleep on the couch. Here is Vixen. She's been hanging out with her Bubba. And they're ready to go potty. She just woke up from a nap. So let's go. But yeah, so she's got a bunch more staples and boo-boos. So she's on medicine again. And yeah, I know my backyard is a horrible mess. Come spring, I'm cleaning her up. But what are you doing, honey? Did you need a potty? And there's my big guy. And this pallet is covering up holes that they would not stop digging, so yeah, my backyard's a complete mess, but spring is coming and we will get it all fixed up then. So yeah, that's my current situation. Here's Sky. She's awake now from her nap, but she has to wait for Vixen to be done going potty, and then it will be her turn to go outside and go potty, huh? Yes, we gotta take turns. Gotta take turns. So another reason I'm super excited for spring is so I can get all my cacti and succulents back outside. They haven't been doing bad here. It's just, I know that they would prefer to be outside, but I just got all these the other day and I'm so in love with all of them. Not this one. This is a sacrificial cactus because JoJo likes to nibble on them for some reason. She doesn't actually eat them, if you can see. She just bites it. So that is her cactus to bite. But I just got all of these guys and they're so pretty and I'm so excited to put them outside so that they can start to grow more. Look at this guy. I love all his stripes. And this one reminds me of like Dr. Seuss. Like it doesn't grow in any particular way. It's just doing whatever it wants. And that's a Ripsalis species. And then this is an Opuntia. All these little red, like little red clusters have little bitty spikes that will come off in your fingers. And it's horrible. But yeah, I've got all my cacti and succulents in here. The big ones right here. I'm really ready for them to go back outside, honestly. Just because I never necessarily intended for them to be inside in here. It's just, this is where I have space. So here's some more on this side of the TV. Down there. JoJo. Here's another Ripsalis. She needs to be watered, I think. But very excited. And it's funny because they're actually like, this guy has just grown all these pups since it's been inside for the winter, and you can tell it's still growing, very exfoliated because it doesn't have as much light as it did outside. Same with these. Like, look at all those little babies it's putting out. So they're actually not doing that bad. This is a little new growth point. That's a new growth point. You can see all the little baby growth points on there. So really they're not doing that bad for being inside for the winter, but obviously the growth is smaller and they're getting a little bit exfoliated, like this Crassula. So I'm excited for them to get to go back outside. Hello friends, it is a new day. It's actually a couple days later since I last filmed live. So we're actually in the middle of a snowstorm. So Oklahoma doesn't usually get a ton of snow. We randomly will get these big winter storms, and I guess now is that time. So we have so much snow. I'm snowed in at the house. So yeah. Anyways, to continue on my random plant shenanigans, I have my philodendron micans that I've been chopping and propagating because I really would like a fuller pot. And so I was looking at it and I noticed it has this one really long vine, like way longer than the rest. So I think I want to cut it back up to where it has this one blank node right there. So we're gonna do that. Oh, I almost cut the wrong one. It wouldn't have been the end of the world. And now for my micans, I have just been popping single node cuttings just into the pot. Do you see that mess back there? My cat's knocked over my gigantium again. I've got to find a new spot for that plant. Anyways, so I want to look at these roots really quick and decide if it needs a repot. If not, I'll just put it back in this pot. Probably not. So it has some good healthy roots, but it also, it's not root bound by any means. So we're just going to, I guess, massage this out a bit. And we'll pop in some single node cuttings. And she also does need a water. I know usually people say not to take cuttings when your plant is still thirsty, but I don't know. I guess I live on the more dangerous end of things, shall we say. So dangerous. Okay, so I just popped that back into that pot, and now we need to cut these into Jodo. Of course, it's not a video of Jodo as it came in and interrupted. Cutting these into just single leaf, single node cuttings. So we'll have more growth points coming out of this pot, and it'll be extremely full one day. So I hope everybody is staying warm and staying safe. I'm sure people that live more north or in colder climates are like, just some snow, it's not a big deal, but it's fairly abnormal in Oklahoma to get this much snow. So yeah, for me it's like, wow, this is a lot of freaking snow. So, okay, so that gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes. I need a cup. So I'm just going to stick these in just pretty randomly, honestly. And then finish filling it up with some more soil. And then we'll give her a water because the whole plant is thirsty. And it'll help these little single nodes get a little grit going. So yeah, like I was saying, the last time I saw snow like this, I think it was probably 2011, so just this much snow. We did have the ice storm in 2020, but it was just ice, and it was in October. That was another total freak thing. It just, I can't really remember if we ever got any snow in 2021. I really don't think we did last year, but 2022 is starting off with a bang and plenty of snow to go around. So yeah, it's been really pretty. Vixen does not really like the snow. She likes it for a second, but she gets cold really fast. And since she's not going outside with her siblings right now due to them, I mean, she didn't fight with Roxon, but he likes to play in the snow, so we've been having him go outside with Sky. So since Vixen is going out there alone right now, she's not really a fan, and she kind of refuses to go outside and go potty unless I will go outside with her, because she does not, I don't know. It's not that she doesn't like the snow, but I think she doesn't like being alone, and then she gets cold really fast. So it's like she doesn't want to be forgotten about. So she's making me go outside with her almost every single time she's gone outside. And if I don't go outside with her, she goes and pees super quickly and then comes back to the back door and starts scratching at it like immediately. She does not want to be out there alone at all. So, but yeah, Sky and Roxon love the snow so much. They seriously, Sky was out there for probably 45 minutes and we did not forget about her or anything. We tried to get her to come in multiple times because we were like, surely she's getting cold, and she just wouldn't. And finally, Layden, my fiance, just went and made her come inside because she just was not coming inside. She loves it out there, which makes sense. She is a Husky Akita mix. So she does have the cold weather fur happening. She's prepared for the cold weather. What is that? So she loves it. Roxon loves it. He doesn't love it as much as Sky. He doesn't want to stay out for like 45 minutes, but he'll go out and play for probably 10 minutes and then he's ready to come in. But still, Sky will stay out there. And it's really funny because usually Sky doesn't like to be outside alone. She'll be ready to come in super quick if she's alone. But in the snow, she doesn't care. She just runs around and plays by herself. Okay, so there's my Mykins. So I'm going to give that guy a water so we can get those nodes starting to root. And because it's just really thirsty, I think I'm out of water. I had some water in here. Oh no, here's some more. I'm just using water out of my old water propagations. So yeah, I am snowed in and I figured I literally have nothing else I can do right now. Just borrowed some water from that Syngonium. But I figured I have nothing else I can do right now. I'm just gonna record some videos. So I think I might record a couple today, so if I look the same, that's why. But this part is going into the video I started the other day, so I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, that's my Mykins all done. She goes in and lives in this pot right here. And I think it's so cute. It's like little hair for this like fish face looking dude. It reminds me of a fish. I don't know that it's necessarily supposed to be looking like a fish, but that's what it kind of looks like to me. I don't know. I'm trying to get his hair out of his face a little bit. He looks kind of crazy. I don't know. I just want this to fill out a lot, but doesn't it kind of look like a fish? I think it's because of this part right here. It looks like gills or something. I don't know. But there is my Mykins. Okay, so I think what I want to do next is kind of a big project. It's not really a big project, but I don't know. I might... I've been kind of rearranging my plant room lately. I used to have like all of my anthuriums were on this top shelf, and I moved all my Syngoniums up there because they were outgrowing this shelf. This is where my Syngoniums were, these two shelves. So I moved all my anthuriums here. I'm not sure if I'm happy with it. But, hold on, look at this new leaf. It's getting huge. It's still soft. And yeah, like, that's one of the old leaves. Like, it's the size or bigger than the old leaves were, and it's still soft. So, like, look how small this leaf was. I don't really know if this is a Magnificum or a Magnificum hybrid. I don't know. Also, look at this Anthurium Doriaki little pup it put out. So this is the mom right there, and it put out this little pup, so I just separated it the other day, and it already has its own roots and stuff, so that was exciting. And then look, so this is my Anthurium pallidiflorum. I don't know what's happening with this leaf. It hasn't spread at all, and I've treated it for like fungal and bacterial issues, and none of the other leaves are getting it. This one is just, it started drying at the tip. That was before this ever happened. So I'm hoping I don't need to cut it off, but I maybe should. But anyways, this is its newest leaf, and it is so big. It is still not hardened off yet. This is not the same as whatever that was. This, it got stuck when it was trying to come out. But it's so big and long. I'm obsessed. And my Vitarifolium finally is rerooted, in pond and growing. It has put out 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. That's been in the past probably 2 months. So she's happy again. Anyways, not the point. What I was trying to say was I really want to tackle, if you can see something spilt there. I don't know. I've got a mess. This is my grow tent and it looks disgusting and it's quite unorganized. Some stuff needs to be moved, like my Desayanta is getting sun bleached, it looks like, and not in a good way. So I need to rearrange stuff. So I'm thinking about pulling everything out of here and taking it all out, cleaning the tent really well, and then putting it back, which is going to be a lot. So that's why I'm kind of not completely convinced that I'm gonna do it yet. But so that is my backyard right now. I don't know if you can tell, but there is still snow falling and it's already completely full of snow. So the snow was supposed to stop, like, I think just maybe a small chance today, but then I guess something with the wind and stuff changed, and so now it's not gonna stop until midnight tonight. We do not get snow like this. It's so crazy, but it's kind of fun. I only say that because I kind of needed the break, and now I haven't had to go to work or do anything because I can't. So plant time it is for the next few days. Okay, so I think I'm going to start taking everything out of the grow tent, bringing it all out here, cleaning out the grow tent, and then we'll rearrange everything in there and then vacuum and clean in here. I think that's my plan. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I got it all cleaned out, and of course the cats are in here. I decided to move the big shelf to this side wall and the small one to that wall, just because I used to have this one on the side, but that's where I like to keep my propagations and I wanted easier access to them. So that's, nope, easy. Such a troublemaker. It's easy. So, but this is what the plant room looks like. So good. So basically I have a ton of work to do. Oh boy. Must say it looks a whole lot better. So Here's the large shelf. This is pretty much all Hoyas. This is not all of my Hoyas. A lot of them live in cabinets and a couple live just in the plant room. But, excuse me. Anyways, so I do have a few, like this is Paraiso Verdes right here. There's my variegated, oh shoot, of course, right after I clean the plant room. There's my variegated heartleaf philodendron. Let's not spill it. I've got this Epipremnum albo. That might not be enough light for it. We'll see. But yeah, the rest of these are my Hoyas. And then I have 2 marble queens down there that I just propagate from for wedding things. And yeah, so a bunch of Hoyas, more Hoyas. And if you see, I do have a lot of room, but the thing is, it gets dark the further back you go. So this light is not gonna cut it really for plants to be down there or really down there. But I don't know. Technically I have room for more Hoyas or whatever else. I've got my hanging, oh yeah, there is that guy. I forget what this even is. It's a type of succulent and he's just got, one of my cats just got on here. Pelargonium. He's just waiting it out until summer hits or spring, but then these are my big hanging baskets of Hoyas. I do have another Pupicalix, but it is getting water in the sink. So yeah, here's all these guys. Look at these Velosa leaves. They're so cute. Those are just propagations, and yeah, here's a fungi. Still going crazy. Needs some water, I think, here soon. Yeah, these are a little thin. Those new leaves. Yep. So there's some Obovata down there and down there. But that is what it looks like now. Everything kind of, not everything, but a lot of stuff I noticed needs a good watering. So I'm probably gonna do that. But I think that is going to conclude this video for now because it is so hot in here. I had to go put on a t-shirt and take off my hoodie because I'm just burning up. Part of it is all these grow lights around me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here and work on a couple of other videos later today. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you subscribe. I think my hair is getting poofier as the day goes on. But yeah, if you want, you can also follow me on my plant Instagram or my personal Instagram, as well as my other YouTube channel. Everything will be linked down below. If you have any questions for me or video suggestions or ideas, be sure to leave those in the comments. And yeah, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day or week or whatever it is for you. Just a good time, and I really hope I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.